All right, fam. What's happening? Yay. Hey, I'm back, man. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk to a guest later on. But right now, I'm just going to run a practice thing, and you know, I'm just going to pick something out of the sky blue to talk about, right? And you know me, I could be stupid and goofy and all that good stuff. So, but for the most part, let me just say Merry Christmas to everybody. Early Christmas because it's on its way, and I hope all of you are ready, and you got things lining up for blessing your family and friends and loved ones with what they want. That goes for everybody. All my haters, all my people who love me, all my people who just like they don't know what to do with me. Don't even matter. I'm sending out that Christmas love to you anyway. Right. That's why I'm wearing all red today. This is my Christmas outfit. Yeah, buddy. Today I think what we're gonna do is get into I just heard, you know, um, this independent thing for Barbadians. So I want to kind of talk about that a little bit. And we're going to come back because I want to get a guest on there that is from Barbados, right? And been a dear friend of mine for a long time. So we're going to get into that a bit later on. But right now, I'm going through a test phase. All I'm trying to do right now is just simply make sure that my equipment is working properly. I know I'm hoping you guys can even hear that music. Y'all hear that? I don't own the rights to any of this music. Actually, this music is from Chill, what is that? Chill something guitar. Anyway, I don't own the rights to the music, right? I like laid back music like this. This is kind of where my head's at. Yeah. Alright. Y'all probably couldn't hear it too well, but it don't matter anyway because I'm trying to talk to you. Ha. Yeah, buddy. So what we got our own problems here in America. We got a lot of situations going on, and I'm always kind of talking about them, and I pretty much feel as if that is something always need to be talked about, only because we don't want it to continue to fester. Over time, it gains power if you do nothing about it. And the way that I view it, that the more you talk about problems, the more when you see a problem, you talk about it, you post it, you complain, you cry. They turn around. When I say they, I mean the people who don't want to hear from us, regardless on what happens, that they rather just simply, flip it, change the narrative, get your mind on something totally different, and so you don't make any waves as far as what's really happening that's detrimental to us. So stay focused, man. I think my main thing here in America is to stay focused. Ain't no way in the world that we should keep on knowing the problem, knowing we seeing it. It's being captured on video. We see exactly the dirt that is being trying to be brushed under the rug when things happen. I mean, it happens to all of us, but it seems to happen to black people more. And I don't think that we should just turn the blind eye or blind ear to it. I think we all need to say something. And the more we say something, the more pressure comes on them, not just by us, but by people who support us and people outside this country, believe it or not. When we were going through all the turmoil here in this country, there were other countries that was actually protesting because of what happened here in the United States. And of course, the same thing that happened here in the United States have been happening in other countries, maybe even worse. And so, yeah, that was, we were the lead in the world to complain and cry and protest. And because of the complaining and the crying and the protesting came some change. Now, mind you, we've been doing this for some time. Back in the Martin Luther King days, back in the Marcus Garvey days, we've been protesting about injustice for a very long time. And this is where it brought us. A lot of us like to say that we haven't really gotten an awful lot out of the protest that we did, other than cracked upside the head and locked up and shot and killed and hung. But for the sacrifice that those people, our ancestors, did for us, we're able to get on social media and talk like we talk and share this type of information. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in today to even go out and get, be able to have your own business, be able to be a wealthy individual as a black person in this country. It's hard as it is, to be black in this country and successful without turncoating on your people. That's important as well. You ain't got to turn on your people to make it. Really, you don't. Now, I know we got our own set of problems in this country. We got our own set of freaking problems, man. We got a whole bunch of bad apples as well. Now, I'm not talking about just us and our bad apples, and I'm not just talking about them racist Republicans and their bad apples. Because I used to say that all Republicans were racist, and I believe a large percentage of them are. But then there's a small percentage that are not, and they're about the law. They just happen to be on that side of the aisle. They're about the law, and that proves it by the Lincoln Project. And the Lincoln Project is built up of Republicans, the Republican people who are awake, who realize that what has been going on in the past 4 years in this past administration with the Trump era was wrong. It was just crazy wrong. And they stood up as Republicans and pulled together this Lincoln Project, who spoke truth about what was going on in that party. They didn't stop being Republicans, but they were being righteous Republicans. So that's how now it changed my mind, because I used to think that every single Republican was wicked, no good, racist mofos, black or white. It didn't matter what color they were. That's the way I used to think. But then when I heard more about this Lincoln Project, I started to listen and hear them speak like we speak, but they still remain to be Republicans, abiding the law. When Trump lost, they said it. Didn't argue, didn't fight, didn't deny, didn't go into a delusional thing, trying to go through an insurrection and supporting it. They didn't do that. So that's how I know that there are righteous Republicans out there. If you're a part of that righteous Republican group, then you need to speak up more. You need to let it be known, but you're afraid to do that. All our neighbors, all our, citizens out here who may not follow the Trump regime on the way that they operated, but they're quiet about it because they're afraid of their own party. You're in a party that you're afraid of to speak the truth about, because they will come after you and try to destroy you and your livelihood. So you're afraid, so you rather just shut up and don't say nothing. That's the party you're in. They're bullies. The majority of those people running that party and who are supporting that party of Republicans are racists and bullies. And you know this, and you don't want to change because you've been a Republican all your life. You're not trying to change your party because this is what your ancestors have been all this time. Way back then, they used to be Democrats. So, hey, now everything's switched. Now it's Republican, right? But you're sticking to that. Fear of your own party. Because there's a lot of whack, racist, wicked Republicans that will do stupid things because you no longer support them. They'll try to destroy you and your family. And that's the party you're attached to. So you're fearful of speaking the truth or saying they were wrong. saying that it was unjust. That's the party you're attached to. Nah, that's all right. Y'all can keep that, you know? And I give credit to the Lincoln Project for being bold and strong and fearless to stand up for what's right. That is what you call a patriotic American. You stand for the principle of what we were built on. You're not just standing on the, like, oh, well, regardless if we're wrong, we're still going to support them and we're never going to speak about what's wrong. Fear that the crazy ones, the crazies will come out and try to harm me and my family. That's just insane. So all you righteous Republicans, now I'm just talking to Republicans at this moment, right now. I'm not talking about anybody else, and I don't care what color you are. You could be a white, black, Spanish, Chinese, whatever, Republican. I'm talking to you. If you're righteous, then what I'm saying to you makes sense. If you are not, then you're supporting the party who are bullies, who are trying to force their way into power. Force their way into power. Is that the way it's supposed to be? That's not how it's been built for us to, a democratic system, a democracy in this country. That's not right. It's not right. And if you support it, then you're a part of the problem. If you don't say nothing about it, against it, then you're also kind of a part of the problem. Because you're so afraid of your party. So you want to run with a bunch of bullies, then okay. Whatever happens to you along the way, then you kind of ask for it. Just be bold. Be the righteous person that you are and believe more in God than fearing these clowns. So, yeah, that's what my rant right there was about. I got many of them I can pick from, but COVID. No, I'm just kidding. That's not even funny. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, you did. But on the real though, we have a problem in this country, and I think that it's our responsibility as the citizens of this country to do something, to say something. We see something wrong in the system, speak up. Don't be afraid. Look, I've always said, where's my phone? I just had it with me, man. Oh, it's up there. Look, we got daggone cell phones. You know what I mean? And most cell phones today, especially the smartphones, they have cameras. When things about to kick off, turn your camera on. I don't mean nonsense. I mean some serious business. You get pulled over by the police and you feel like it's unjust, turn your camera on, mount it somewhere, because if you have it in your hand, they're going to tell you to put it down. Keep it on, though. Stuff it, and stick it in the seat so at least the volume is up. If you don't get a video, at least you can hear it. And go live. Don't just turn it on to record just to the phone. Go live. Well, we all will hear when we go on to Facebook and mainly Facebook. We can hear what's going on if we can't see it. If you got a mount in your car, mount the thing. You can turn the camera in or out when things are kicking off. Go live. That's my advice to every single body out here when something about to kick off. Go live. If you're not feeling like this is a righteous stop, or even if somebody's following you, or if somebody is into road rage, turn your camera on, man. People, you females out there, turn your cameras on. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for cameras, we wouldn't be catching half of the criminals out here, and these bad cops, and bad politicians. Yeah, they messed up when they made cameras on the cell phones. Now that is now just another avenue toward getting some justice. Having justice balance. That scale is so unbalanced, it's unbelievable. All right, look, my homie's calling right now. Let me see what he's talking about. All right, hold on, Adrian. All right, people, listen. I'm gonna check off with you, but I'll be back. I got my man on the phone. We're gonna go over a couple things, and we'll be back, all right? Peace and one love. Remember what I always tell you. Treat people like you want to be treated, and it'll come back round, because it has for me. I almost forgot my own line. Dag nabbit. All right, we're going to stop right here. Hold on.